Well, hello again to all you creatures of the night. It is Friday night, and we are doing another show tonight, because why not? It was another long day at work today, another Friday in the books. Just took a nap when I got home, woke up, poured myself a nice cup of coffee, watched some Three Stooges to get my funny bone on for this show tonight. Just a shout out to Amazon Prime. I know, Amazon Prime, you're supposed to be physical media. Well, if you go on Amazon Prime, you can watch the entirety of the Three Stooges. Every single episode in the collection is on Amazon Prime. And I don't hate streaming. I love physical media. I'm a lover of all media, but one of my passions is physical media, obviously, why I'm doing this show. But if you're a Stooges fan, or you just want to get away from whatever's currently on TV, news, anything like that, go on Amazon Prime, watch Three Stooges. At least till football season starts. Keep yourselves occupied. But tonight's a request episode from my friend Alexander. Thank you, Alexander, for listening. I love you so much, brother. I miss you. Hope you're doing well. But he's been listening to my show, and he said, well, you should do a Tom Hanks episode. And I said, well, that should be pretty easy, because there's plenty of Tom Hanks movies to talk about. I've got 10 of them here today. A few of them I have not seen. I plan maybe to watch some of them. I might even watch one tonight. But I'm going to talk about them, and obviously we're going to get started here with The Da Vinci Code, which is a film I've never seen. I think there's 2 or 3 of them, possibly. I don't remember what the other names are. Sorry, my phone's blowing up in the background. Not very professional. Sorry about that. I've never seen The Da Vinci Code. I've said this before. I'm not a movie expert by any means. I'm not a writing expert. I'm not a photography expert. I don't know anything about that. I have a very particular genre of films that I enjoy very much, and they involve monsters eating people, maybe 1 or 2 survivors or no survivors at all. So, films like The Da Vinci Code, if that's the thing you like, best to you. It seems like a lot of thinking, and if you're one of the people that knows me, that's not my strong suit. So I'm more of a giant gorilla murdering people to death. That's my kind of movie. But regardless of the fact, my friend asked me to review 10 Tom Hanks films tonight, and regardless if I've seen these or not, I'm gonna talk about them and give my opinion. I'll show you the case, because this is a physical media show. And let's get started. So the first is a Da Vinci Code. As you can see, this has a nice slipcover on it. So I set up this little bread thing I found at Five Below. It even lights up too. And I've kind of angled it, and I have a new podcast light. Thank you to my mother-in-law, Tammy, for donating this podcast light to me. It has made a world of difference. Thank you, Tammy. I love you so much. It's great. And the studio looks great tonight. So this little bread thing is going to hold any DVDs I show you. Maybe, if they don't fall flat on their face. But this is the Da Vinci Code, and look at this nice slipcover on it. And I did this too, so we don't have all that glare. And I put a blanket over the window, because I'm too cheap to buy blackout curtains. I'll make my wife do that, because she could pick them out once she likes, and she can hang them up. But the Da Vinci Code. Tom Hanks, and I'm not sure who this other actress is. She looks serious. She looks good for the role. I've never seen this film. Like I said, it's a little above my comprehension. So we're just going to talk about the DVD today. I'm not sure if I'll keep this DVD. Probably donate it at some point. It's not a movie I'm probably going to choose to watch anytime soon. But, okay, so we have the slipcover here. So let's take it out. Knocked it over right away. What'd that take? Maybe 2 minutes? But I'll take it out of the slipcover and show you. Let's grab our little bread thing. If anybody has a good name for this bread thing, I've had it for years. And like I said, he lights up and he smiles. So he's being really useful tonight. It's like for a phone, but regardless. Okay, the Da Vinci Code. Let's pop it open and look at the discs. Eureka, look at that. Pretty. You guys are the first ones to lay eyes on this, because I've never even opened this before. But let me take a look at it for myself. Oh, it has a booklet in it. That's cool. The Da Vinci Code catalogs. So I don't know what all this is, but some kind of treasure map. So if you're into this sort of thing, that's great. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't really tell you what all this stuff means. But it's shiny, and it's unique to this disc. So let's put it back in so it doesn't get lost. And then there's an advertisement in here for Blu-ray discs. So this DVD must have came out right at the time that Blu-ray became a thing. But the discs look pretty cool. Let me check the condition of them. I've never laid eyes on this DVD, so the discs look okay. And I believe disc 2, probably some special features. That looks like Alfred Molina, who is Doc Ock. And that's the only thing I really know him from. Disc 2, special features. Okay, cool. That one's done. If you have any comments on the Da Vinci Code, please feel free to like and subscribe and let me know your thoughts on it. And if maybe I should take a chance and watch it. At this point, I don't think it's going to happen, but regardless, let's get moving on. Now, here's the twist for this episode, and we're going old school. Some Tom Hanks movies I have on VHS. How about that? Now, let's see if we can get a VHS in this little bread thing. We can. This is a film I have not seen. Saving Private Ryan. What are you saying? Adam, you've never seen Saving Private Ryan. I feel like high school teachers made their students watch this. Never got the chance to watch it. I'm not going to make any jokes about it because it's a very sensitive subject. I hear it's a very deep movie. There's a lot of really graphic scenes that I've never seen it. I don't know who's in it, but I'm not going to make any comments about this because it's about World War II, and you don't make fun of the men who defended this country. Amen to that. You thank them. You don't make fun of them. But just one joke, and I'll let it go. I think Vin Diesel's in this. But I don't know if they had like Ferraris and stuff and Mustangs back then. But regardless, that's the only joke I'll make about this. Thank you to the veterans. Thank you for the servicemen. We all love you. But Saving Private Ryan, I've never seen. Obviously, it's about World War II and some sort of bad day involving these soldiers. Is it D-Day? I haven't seen it, so I can't say for sure. Sound off in the comments if you've seen it and you like it and you can give me a better description of the plot. Tom Hanks, it's obviously got to be a good movie, but I have just never had the chance to see it. I have a VHS copy of it. Maybe I can find like a little TV with a tube TV with a VHS combo player attached to it, and maybe I'll check this out. I could just buy the DVD at some point, but it's a very deep movie, so it's definitely, I'm more of a popcorn movie kind of guy, so this one might be a little like a rough watch, but I'll definitely check it out at some point. We can take it out of a case, and it's just your basic VHS and Saving Private Ryan. There you go. And it's even rewound. Some good Samaritan rewound it for us, so I thank them for that. But let's move on because I can't comment much on this. Here's the back. I can show you the back of it. Looks like some soldiers having the time of their life in D-Day. But I can't comment any more on that. Oh, Matt Damon is in it. Tom Sizemore. So some good actors in it. I just haven't seen it. We'll put it in the pile, and maybe I'll for fun buy a VHS player at some point and check it out. Now, this next one is the same deal. This is not a fun movie by any means. I know I've never seen it, and this is also a VHS. I know the plot subject, but let's talk about it briefly. I won't go into too much detail because it's very sensitive, and I can't speak on anything this film's about. Philadelphia. If you've heard of it, you know what it's about. It's not my kind of film, but for the sake of this show, we're going to talk about the case and what's going on with the VHS here. Never seen it. I know the subject matter, and I won't speak on it because that is not my place to talk about it. It says it's won Academy Awards. So if you're looking for a very deep, powerful film, I'm sure this is it. Denzel Washington, you can't go wrong with him either. Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington, that's going to be a good movie. I'm sure the acting is incredible. A little above my comprehension. So do I see myself watching it at any point? Not unless I absolutely have to. It seems, I've heard it's very sad. I try to avoid sad movies when I can. Just wait till the end of the show, and we'll talk about sad movies. But it's a nice VHS in good shape. You can see it there, real big. Philadelphia. It's rewound too, so whoever watched this did a good thing and rewound it for us. So I'm not exactly sure who else is in this movie. I'll show you the back real fast too. Maybe it's not so sad. Tom Hanks is laughing, having a good time, but from what I've heard, this is a deeply sad movie. Let me just look and see who's in it. Philadelphia. Jason Roberts, Mary Steenburgen. I think she's in Back to the Future, if I'm correct. Howard Shore. I thought it said Pauly Shore for a second. Imagine that. Not too many actors I'm familiar with, but it's a long movie. It's 125 minutes. Am I going to get a VHS player and watch this one? Probably not. If I ever wind up watching it, I'll make sure I have a good quality setup, but I don't see me watching it anytime. It's not my film, and it's not my place to comment on it because I haven't seen it, and the subject matter is a little touchy. So, moving on. I might watch this one tonight because it's my birthday this weekend, and I've really got no plans tomorrow morning, so I might crack open a couple cold ones tonight and check out this one. This is The Burbs. It's from the 80s, I believe, the late 80s. Early Tom Hanks film. I have not seen it yet, so it's like you said, I have a DVD player, a Blu-ray player. It's still in the plastic, even. So I've had it for a few years. I bought it off Amazon. Well, definitely, I might check it out tonight. Might have a few drinks and enjoy it. I have a cigar, too, and we'll see where the night takes me. But looking at the back here, too, Tom Hanks looking smug. I guess it's about a guy moves into suburbia, and he's just looking for peace and quiet, and I think that's the last thing he found, and shenanigans ensue. I haven't seen it. I've heard it's incredible. It shouldn't be too graphic of a watch. It's only PG, and it's a Tom Hanks movie, but it looks pretty good, and I've read some reviews, and people love it. It's a cult classic. I think Corey Feldman's in it, so he makes any movie good. But other than that, I can't open this one. Well, I could take it out of the plastic right now, and we can look at the disc, because I plan to watch it later. So let's just do that, so I can show you the disc and what's on inside. You're getting a fresh opening right here. I feel like one of those kids that opens a box of toys. If we can get it out of the plastic. Okay. Oh, we got some of the plastic off. Let's get the rest. It's a Christmas morning over here. And let's open her up. Basic DVD. Not too much going on there. The Burbs. Blu-ray disc. I might just pop this in tonight, have a few drinks, and enjoy it. But we'll see where the night takes me. It's still early. Bonus features. It comes with an alternate ending and a teaser trailer. So as far as special features go, you can't ask for more than that. Maybe, it might be cool to see a making of, but I gotta watch the movie first and see if I care about that. Moving on. Now, this is interesting because I got another VHS for you guys. I have not seen this movie. I have read the novelization of it. I went through a phase in high school where I absolutely loved Stephen King books. Look at it sliding out of there. And for a book project I had to do in English class, you had to pick from a list of books. And I just happened to have been reading every Stephen King book in the world at the time. And this was on the list. So what better? I picked the Green Mile by Stephen King, and it was an awesome book. Flew through it because it was so powerful, and just any Stephen King book you read is just amazing. He's an incredible writer. Politics Society, he's kind of a nut these days, but that depends which side you're on. This is a politic-free show. But I still love Stephen King to this day, and I have not watched this movie. And I feel like this would be a really cool, sort of nostalgic one to watch on a VCR, so I'm going to hang on to this and possibly find a nice VCR to pop it into and get some booze and enjoy it. So it's dual. This comes with 2 VHS tapes. The Green Mile, and this is pretty basic. So the Green Mile Part 1, and then the second one says the Green Mile Part 2. So yeah, it's a long movie apparently. I have never seen it. I should watch it because I read the book, but it's one of those things I kind of put it off. I'm like, well, the book was so good. This might ruin the movie, but you got to watch it and find it. That was 11, 12 years ago when I read that, so it's time to move on and maybe watch the movie. It's supposed to be really good. Michael Clark Duncan, rest in peace. You love him. And it's a timepiece, too. I love, movies like this, especially like Stephen King ones that take place in early America and such, and down south. I feel like a lot of Stephen King books take place down south. I could be wrong about that. I think Shawshank took place in the south. But in timepieces like this, I cherish them forever because it's a work of art. So, bonus footage. This is a VHS with bonus features. How about that? That's pretty rare. But we'll put this one in the pile, and if I have 3 hours in the future one day, maybe I'll pop this into a VHS, and if I could find the DVD, that it might be easier to just watch it on DVD or Blu-ray, but when I get to it, I get to it. But look at handsome Tom Hanks, all nice and clean shaven there. So we'll move on. This next one goes out to, sorry, shouldn't smack the microphone like that. This next one goes out to my lovely wife. We watch this movie together every Christmas. The Polar Express. An interesting film. Most people have probably seen it. I didn't really see this until a couple years ago. Pretty cool for a Christmas movie. I love the animation in it. It's early CGI. Like maybe 2003, 2004 this come out. So a lot of lifeless CGI eyes in the children. And it's kind of creepy and unsettling. But, the movie is very, very special because my wife enjoys it a lot. I think it's my wife's favorite Christmas movie. So I wanted to talk about it on this one. Kind of scary at some parts. It's a little frightening because you just have a bunch of scared kids getting on a train. Where are we going? And the conductor, who is Tom Hanks, is just speaking very poetically the whole time. So you really don't understand what's happening. And he's kind of mean and scary at some points. So you don't know if his intentions are good or bad. And aside from that, I thought the animation in the backgrounds was beautiful. They're going through these mountains to get to the North Pole, and all the trees and the animals you see in the background, I just thought were beautiful. So as far as animation goes, they did an amazing job there. They could have done a little better with the kids and everything. And it's funny, if you go online, there's conspiracy theories about this movie and how it's satanic and everything. I won't get into that. You can research that on your own time. Go down a rabbit hole, whatever you need to do. But it's an awesome movie, and we bought this on DVD, or maybe I got it for... It's still in the plastic, because you can... we just canceled our cable, but if you still have cable, you turn it on any sort of movie channel at Christmas time, it's on. And it's a pretty cool movie, and I will hang on to this DVD because it is important to my wife, and it is still factory sealed, and we will keep it that way so it stays nice and preserved. And now we're getting into the shout-outs here. So this next one is for my friend Alexander, who did request this top 10. It's not really top 10 because some of these I haven't seen, but this 10 film review. And there's another VHS for you. I might have the DVD of this somewhere, but just for fun, we'll talk about the VHS. Castaway. What an awesome movie. If you haven't seen it, you've been living under a rock, you've never seen Castaway, watch it immediately. It is an awesome movie. Very emotional. Because what happened to this guy in this movie could happen to anybody, any day. Not to spoil everything, but he works for a company, he crashes in the middle of the ocean, wakes up on an island. He's stuck there for a very long time, loses his girlfriend and everything, and then makes it back. Spoiler alert, sorry. If you haven't seen Castaway by now, what are you doing? Awesome film, and this is a shout out to my friend Alex, because we decided one Thirsty Thursday, that was what we called it at school, Thirsty Thursday, let's buy the movie Castaway, and let's get the biggest bottle of vodka we could find and some soda. Let's watch Castaway. And it was an awesome time, and I remember that. Even with all the vodka, I remember having a good time with him. It was just me and him chilling, drinking, and watching Castaway. And we laughed because he's talking to volleyball and everything. But excellent time. And Alex, thank you so much, brother, for watching that with me all these years ago. And thanks for the recommendation for this episode. And I will always cherish this movie and remember watching it. I watched it with my brother, too, when it first came out. It would be on HBO. And we'd sit and watch it because it was an adventure movie. A guy stuck on an island. What's more entertaining than that? So, and my brother's name happens to be Alex, too. So both Alexes, thank you so much for enjoying this film with me. It was awesome. I will cherish it forever. I don't know if I'll watch it on VHS just because visually, if you watch this movie, it is the cinematography is so awesome. The island, the ocean, and the CGI effects are a little early 2000s, and it's not, but it works. Good practical effects because there's some corpses and stuff and dead bodies. Awesome movie for its time. Good director, Robert Zemeckis, I think. he doesn't miss. Back to the Future. So, awesome film. I'll always cherish it. And, hey, look at that. Surprise. Be Kind, Rewind. So this must have been in a library at some point, or a video rental store. And that's covering the thing to see if it's rewound. So who knows if this is rewound or not. Maybe if we go up here. It is. It is completely rewound. And we can show you the back of it real fast. Castaway. 10 out of 10 movie. Check it out. And there's the back. Tom Hanks stuck on an island, looking kind of happy. And then there's his volleyball, too. If you watch the movie, Wilson is a very important character in the movie. So, let's move on. Thank you again, Alex. This is another shout-out to my one buddy who claims he watches my show, but he hasn't watched an episode because he's had a cameo in 2 episodes so far, and he hasn't even mentioned it. So, my friend Jonathan. This movie is called Cloud Atlas. Not a perfect Tom Hanks movie by any means. It's got Halle Berry in it too. But this is sentimental to me because him and another friend, they drove up to my college. It was Hurricane Sandy. It was pouring down rain. It was probably fall 2012 when this came out. Didn't get the best reviews, but they drove all the way up and we couldn't do anything because it was pouring and pouring and pouring because of Hurricane Sandy. So let's just go to a movie. And we looked and there was nothing playing. And we saw Cloud Atlas. We said, what the hell is Cloud Atlas? And it's Tom Hanks, and everybody agreed a Tom Hanks movie is always good. So we went and saw it. Directors of The Matrix, I believe. If I'm saying this right, the Wachowski brothers. I watched this movie many times over the years. I still don't know the plot. It's really kind of a jumbled mess with good practical effects. I don't know what it's about. But the best part about this movie is the score. The music in this movie is incredible, very powerful. But other than that, my only reason for enjoying it all these years is because my good friends came up to see me during Hurricane Sandy, and we went out and saw this movie, and we enjoyed it. Despite, all the flooding that was happening around us. It was still a good time. So I appreciate you guys all those years ago coming up and watching this with me. Jonathan, maybe finally you'll watch the show. Maybe somebody will tip you off that I'm talking about you on the show. But excellent film. I'll hang on to it just because I love the music in it so much. Let's flip her over and see the back. Pretty cool. You can see all the characters in the movie. A lot of actors from The Matrix in this too. I can't remember the guy's name. Mr. Smith from The Matrix is in this, and he plays like 8 different characters, and he's awesome. I always love him. Excellent villain. But my favorite part I'll always remember is the music and the score. And I can open it up for you. Hey, look, it is 2 discs as well. Cloud Atlas, I'm assuming this is a DVD copy, and we also have a Blu-ray copy for it as well. Pretty dang cool. And I'll hang on to this one. Okay. Wow. This next one, if you haven't heard of this one, same thing. Like, where have you been? Another VHS. Just because this one's always a nostalgia trip. Forrest Gump. Excellent film, obviously. I remember the first time I saw this movie, I think I was in 7th grade. And I remember watching it for the first time because I had gotten in some big trouble in middle school, and I was grounded for a long time. I won't get into what happened. I didn't hurt anybody, but I did get into trouble regardless. And I was grounded for a long time, but I think after the 5th week of grounding, my parents said, you can watch TV again. It's okay now. So I found something to watch. They took away all my good DVDs, like all my horror movies. I didn't have those. But I went through the drawer and found Forrest Gump, and I'd never watched it just because I was a little kid. Little kids is not going to watch Forrest Gump. But I was preteen, so I felt, okay, Tom Hanks, I've seen him and stuff, so let's give it a try. Amazing film from start to finish. Say what you want about it today, it holds up. It's once again, it's a timepiece going through like the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And it kind of sent the message to me because I was in a lot of trouble. I was in a bad place as a kid at that time. I wasn't really focusing on school very well or my grades. But this film kind of showed to me that you're going to go through life and there's going to be hard times. But, you just have to kind of put a smile on and be positive, as Forrest did, and just keep moving forward and going with the flow. You can take away a lot of messages from this film, but it kind of helped me at the time. It said life is more than a couple months that haven't gone well. Life is a big adventure, and you just have to smile and go along with it and work hard and be kind to people. And that was the first time I ever watched it. So I'd like to think it brought me out of that kind of bad place. I wasn't a very friendly or nice kid back then, and I think that it changed me a little bit. And maybe it's had that effect on other people as well. But all-time classic. One of my favorite scenes, just the way it's shot alone. One of my favorite scenes. Good God, when him and Bubba show up finally in Vietnam, and they get dropped off by these helicopters, and then they watch the helicopters leaving, and you hear the sounds of the helicopters and them just taking off, in palm trees and the wind blowing the palm trees. Incredible. So seeing scenes like that, later in my life, I really appreciate it, because it couldn't have been easy to do. So they obviously had a big budget, but they made it work, and that's just one amazing scene out of the whole movie. So I'll hang on to this. I have a DVD somewhere, so I don't know if I'll ever pop into VHS again, but definitely a life-changing movie. Don't fall over. Life is like a box of chocolates. Moving on. Okay, now we're down to our last one here. And this one, okay, I said it was going to be sad. This one is a shout out to my mama. Love you, mama, always. Our final one today. Toy Story. Look at the glare. Let's get rid of the glare. There it is. The original Toy Story. Come out in maybe 94, if I remember correctly. Probably the first movie I remember was Toy Story. Just because, wow, toys alive. Who would have thought? It's crazy. To this day, I still love this movie. If you grew up and you're the same age as me, I'm going to be 32. If you say you don't like Toy Story, just get the hell out of here, because you're full of it. Every kid loved this movie. Don't say you didn't. Don't say you don't like Tim Allen. You don't like Tom Hanks. You still love Toy Story. My mom, love you so much, Mama. She took us to theaters to see it probably 3 times. I think I vomited once because I was maybe 2 or 3 years old. But that's one of the first movies I remember seeing in theaters was Toy Story. She might even took me to the drive-in to see it. But it's one of those movies. And then Toy Story 2 come out, and okay, it's awesome. Cool sequel. Toy Story 3 came, and that's, I was in that preteen age. Might have been in high school. And that's when it started getting sad. It's like, God damn, I'm growing up with these guys. And Toy Story 4, I watched with my wife a few years ago. And, geez, Niagara Falls, I cried and cried and cried for maybe 15 minutes. But if there's another Toy Story coming out, I think I'm going to avoid it. But I always have that memory of my mom taking us to see it, my first movie in theaters. I can't remember seeing another movie in theaters that young, but I remember this one. And the animation is the animation. Pixar did an amazing job on this all those years ago. And I hope parents these days are showing their kids the original Toy Story for the first time. But thank you, Mama, as always. So that's what we can open it up to. And this has these classic Disney cases. This one isn't in good shape, but I can't believe I found this. We'll open it up and look at the VHS. Ugh, what a shame. Our final one, not rewound. Whoever watched this, maybe probably a little kid, remember to rewind your VHS tapes. Oh, look at this. There's a little surprise inside here. I didn't even know this was in here. Some crazy Disney stuff on the inside. But let's take a look at this real fast before I wrap up. This was in the sleeve of the VHS. I don't know what this is. What's the buzz? Walt Disney World is 25. How old is this? When did Disney World turn 25? When was this a thing? A postcard for the Walt Disney Store? Sorry about the glare. Can't read that too well. Look at all the stuff that's stuffed in this DVD. All kinds of stuff you can mail in and get. Family PC. Okay, so it's kind of just a bunch of junk mail they stuffed in. There's like coupons and stuff for resorts for Disney World. But regardless, this is old stuff just hidden inside this old VHS. So, well, I'm going to put these back in here. Guys, that's my show for tonight. It's Friday night. My wife and I are going to go to the local fair, get some food, and call it a night. My birthday's this weekend, so we're going to do a little partying. But thank you guys all for watching. If you tuned into this tonight, I hope it brought you a lot of joy. Remember, if you have old DVDs, VHSs, I don't know what place would take VHS tapes, but if you can donate them, I'm sure there's somebody out there who still wants them. DVDs, Blu-rays, if they're collecting dust, take them to your local library, force them to take them, and just help people who don't have a lot enjoy media like this. And thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have an awesome weekend, and I'm going to try and do another episode, maybe Sunday night. We'll see. Thank you again, and take care.